This is Cheap Blushh, our FIFA 23 account that we haven't spent a single dollar on and in 11 days have taken from Division 10 all the way up to Division 2. My goal for today is to beat FIFA before the account turns 2 weeks old by making it from Division 2 all the way into the Elite Division, a feat which only the top 1% of FIFA players have achieved. So this day started off perfectly because our previous week's Division Rivals rewards were ready to claim. But from these packs, we didn't pack anything special, however we did get some higher rated cards and these are going to be extremely important and I'll explain why a bit later on in the video. But after opening these packs, I even went into the store and ended up purchasing a store pack because judging based on those odds, it seems like EA were feeling generous. Oh, we've actually got ourselves a walkout. Oh, it's an 88 rated card, which means we hit the 5.3%. We then headed straight into Division Rivals, and my goal was to see how far I could make it with the team that we currently had. And things were going incredibly well. Pineda? Nice. And we were having so much fun. On the volley? Oh, yes. And scoring so many goals, which allowed us to win this game, make it closer to a checkpoint, and also pick up a win streak. But this theme would continue because in our next game, we'd go in and absolutely destroy our opponent. And we continued to score so many goals, and this allowed us to win game after game. And before I knew it, we were one game away from Division 1. And if we were to win this next game, we'd make it into Division 1. But this is when things changed. Because the opponents we were facing at this point were a lot tougher. And as a result of this, I just conceded goal after goal, and this actually caused me to lose this game. But then after losing this game, this would continue, because I'd go into game after game, conceding goals non-stop, and moving further and further away from Division 1. At this point, I took a good look at my team, and I found the problem. Because our defense was solid, it was worth almost 1 million coins. And our attack was solid too. It was worth over 3.5 million coins, but our midfield was only worth around roughly 100,000 coins. And in these games, our opponents could just pass through our midfield, and our midfielders were basically just invisible, and that's why we were conceding all of those goals. At this point, I marked out the 2 midfielders that we were going to spend the next 2 days working towards, of which the first one is Zambrata's Shapeshifter's Icon SBC, which is why packing those high rated cards earlier on was so important. And the second one was Barella's Team of the Season card, and we needed to make 400,000 coins in order to purchase this card. But it was going to be worth it, because I believe that these cards could get us into the Elite Division. So I went ahead and completed 2 of the cheapest squads for Zambrata's card, and then I attempted to complete the most expensive squad, and to my surprise we actually had enough fodder to do this. But after doing this, we still had 3 squads left to complete, and we didn't have enough fodder to complete them. Now since we needed more fodder to complete Zambrata, and more coins so we can purchase Barella's Team of the Season card, I knew that the Champions Finals would be the best place for us to spend our time. Now before playing in the Champions Finals, you have to qualify first, so that's exactly what I set out to do for the rest of this day. And the first game started off extremely well. Can we find Pineda? We do? And that's a goal, but it ended up being a lot tougher than I expected, because after giving away a free goal, I conceded a second goal and was then forced to score an equalizer in the 85th minute in order to take this game to extra time. And in extra time, Tonali, oh, we get blocked, but then we get lucky, and we ended up winning the game in the very last minute. After winning this game, I saw that I completed some objectives, and then I realized that if we just win 5 games, we get some decent packs, and we can get some high rated cards from these packs and use them to complete Zambrata. And in the next 3 games, I showed just how badly I wanted Zambrata's card, because I would go into game after game, scoring so many goals and winning these games as a result of that. And before I knew it, we were 4-0, and if we won our 5th game, not only would we qualify for the Champions Finals, but we would have also completed those objectives. And this is how that game went. Pineda, Fansleo, who scores? We have the lead early on. But then my opponent would score not 1, but 2 goals, and out of nowhere, we lost the lead. But there was no way I was losing my win streak to this guy, so I decided to step it up. Leao, Fans Di Maria, is that gonna go in? Yes! And then we even took the lead. Leao, nice finish. But we didn't stop there. I then scored a 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th goal, and this was enough to give us the win, which meant that we were now qualified for the Champions Finals, and we have even more packs to open when we get all of our rewards at the end. And by the end I mean when we finish our qualifiers, because as you guys know, the more wins you get, the better packs you get back, and as a result, the more coins you can make. And the next 4 games would go extremely smoothly, because our attackers were shooting hard, and our defenders were defending hard as well. And I'll be honest, some of the goals that we were scoring even made me feel a little bit hard, and this allowed us to win these 4 games in a row, and we were now 9-0, which means if we won the last game that we had, we'd get max rewards in the qualifiers. But they weren't going to make it easy for us, because in our 10th game, after scoring 1 goal, our opponent would then proceed to score a goal of his own. And after scoring a goal to take the lead once again, our opponent would then reply even stronger by scoring 2 goals against us this time. This meant that we were now behind in this game, and if we wanted to win this game, we'd have to at least score 1 goal within the next 10 minutes. Leao, Fans Quaradona. We have to beat this guy's defense somehow. Oh, we get so lucky, but we scored the goal. And with only 4 minutes left, surely this game goes to extra time. But in the 90th minute, Theo's open, finds Leao, into Quaradona, who scores the winner. And after going undefeated in the qualifiers by the skin of our teeth, we now had max rewards to open. Now we need to at least get up to 65,000 coins from these rewards because I want to make a short-term upgrade. You see, Barella costed 400,000 coins and we most likely only get him after the Champions Finals. But I wanted to upgrade my team for the Champions Finals so we could perform even better, get even better rewards, and as a result of that, make even more coins. So I claimed all of the objectives that we had completed and then I started opening up our rewards. Now unfortunately, we didn't pack anything special from any of these packs, but I made sure to list all the cards of value, and after selling everything, we made it up to 66,000 coins and I could afford to purchase Thuram's Team of the Season card, and the player is going to be replacing Sissoko because out of our two midfielders, he was the weakest link. And on day 13, I was given a scare because when entering into the Champions Finals, I saw that we had less than a day left, and usually I spend 2 days completing the Champions Finals, so today the pressure was on. But our first game helped to take some of the pressure off. Leao finds Ben Yedder, and he's already paused before we even scored, and he forfeits, and we just got our first win. And the second, third and fourth games would go just as well. And after playing and winning all of these games, we were 4-0, and if we won our next game, we would have 5 wins and 0 losses. But in our 5th game, oh no, we 1 goal down early on. But we needed to make a lot of coins, so we had to get the best rewards possible. Tonali into Kvaradona, that's a lovely goal. And to get the best rewards possible, you needed to win a lot of games, and Kvaradona helped us do exactly that in this game. And then we did exactly that in our 6th game. And then in our 7th game, our opponent gave us a free win. And this meant that we now had 7 wins and 0 losses. But our streak will continue in the 8th game after both Ben Yedder and Rafael Leao made our opponent forfeit. But in the 9th and 10th games, things would be no different, because we were still scoring goals and making our opponents forfeit. At this point, if we won our very next game, we would be 11-0, and this means they would guarantee rank 5 rewards. Tonali finds Leao, who turns his man, and that's a lovely goal. Thuram has been way better than I expected him to be. What is a challenge? Yeah, that's at least a yellow card. Leao finds Ben Yedder. Surely this is a goal? Yes, it is. But then shortly after that, our opponent got himself a red card, and this meant that we had a massive advantage. But we wouldn't be capable of capitalizing on this advantage, because before the halftime break, our opponent would pause the game and forfeit, and this meant that we'd achieved rank 5 rewards, and we were now 11-0. And would you believe me if I told you that at this point, we'd go on to win the next 2 games in a row? Probably not. But that's exactly what happened. At this point, we needed 1 more win for 14 wins, and this would secure us rank 4 rewards, which is the highest tier of rewards that we've ever gotten in the series. And from the very get-go, things were looking promising. Leao with the step-overs, and a solid finish as well. Very, very promising. Leao, what a goal! But then shortly after scoring our goal, come on, how does our keeper not save that? And shortly after conceding that goal, there's no way. Our opponent scored another goal, and then another one, and all of a sudden, we were down 3-2, and we needed to make a comeback. Theo finds Leao, who finds Tonali. Yes, what a goal. But shortly after scoring that goal, oh no, there's no way I'm losing to this guy. And I truly believed that I was better than this opponent. So I decided to step it up, and after scoring that goal, Leao would score a 5th goal for us, and this would be enough for us to get this win and achieve rank 4 rewards. On top of this, we still had 6 games left, of which we only had to win 2 to get our highest ever finish in the Champions Finals. Theo finds Ben Yedder. What is going on? We can't stop scoring. But for the next 50 minutes in this game, we wouldn't be capable of scoring. And then, oh no, how is he through that easily? The game's tied up again. And after this, we still wouldn't be capable of scoring, and in the 89th minute, we'd concede another goal, and just like that, our win streak had ended. And after losing that game, I put the blame on our team, and the players that we listed earlier had sold, but we didn't have enough coins to make any upgrades to the team. However, I then saw that one of the rewards for completing one of the squads for Zambrata actually gave you his loan version, so I completed the squad, and for the final 5 games of the Champions Finals, we have Zambrata's shapeshifter icon card. I also sold Thuram at this point because we no longer needed him. After this, I went straight into a game, and it started off incredibly well. It seemed like all of our problems had just disappeared. But quickly after this, it seems like our problems had reappeared, because our opponent would score 3 goals in a row against us, and we would go on to lose this game. At this point, I realized that the problem wasn't necessarily our team, but more so the way that I was playing. You see, because we were limited on time, I started rushing all of these games, and this caused me to concede so many goals, and having to forfeit as a result of this. We now also only had 3 games left, in which we had to win 2, and the odds were stacked against us. But it seemed like acknowledging what my problem truly was ended up helping us out overall. because after Leao scored the first, Pineda would score an overhead kick to give us a 2-goal lead, and this would also cause our opponent to forfeit. But the job was not done yet. You see, the highest rank that I've ever gotten was 14 wins, but in the last video we got 15 wins and failed to win the final game to get the 16th win, which would have given us rank 3 rewards. Now this moment is exactly what I started to get flashbacks to, but this time, it was different. This time, we were better. Leao? Yes, we have a 1-goal lead. And that 1-goal lead would quickly turn into a 2-goal lead, courtesy of Leao. Good finish. We then score a 3rd goal, and this would be enough to get us the win. This means that we are now 16-3, and we had just achieved the best rewards that we've ever gotten on the series. We also had 1 game left at this point, and with us not being able to upgrade our rewards via winning this game, I gave it away to somebody else as a free win, and now we have our rank 3 rewards to open. But before even opening these rewards, I listed Tonali because I was that confident that we'd make 400,000 coins so that we could purchase Barella. And now it was time for us to open up our rewards, of which I started with the player picks. Now from the first 3, we got some fairly high rated cards, and these hold a lot of value because they can help us achieve Zambrata. But in the first team of the season player pick, okay, I'm gonna take Szczesny here because he's the highest rated and we can use him as fodder. And then in the second one, oh, Bremer's actually really good because our version of Bremer is tradable, and this obviously means that we get to sell our one and we can now use this untradeable version in our team. Now we needed to get rid of our duplicate cards before we opened the rest of our packs, so I went ahead and completed another squad of Zambrata's SPC, and it was now time for us to open our tradable packs. Now unfortunately the first few were quite bad, but I made sure to list all of the cards that had value. However, it was now time to open our ultimate pack, and with all of those shapeshifters in packs, I was hoping to get one of them. Ultimate pack is just gonna be a walkout, and it's Harold. So I made sure to properly list all of the cards that have value in this pack, and then after that I used all of the fodder that we had to complete the final squads for Zambrata, and just like that, Zambrata's shapeshifters card is now part of our team, and what a beautiful card design that is. On top of this, we now have 407,000 coins, and I think that's enough for Barella. Now I wanted Barella with the shadow, and when I searched for him for 390,000 coins, he was there. So I went ahead and purchased his card, and from our midfield looking like this, and only being worth 100,000 coins, it now looks like this. And it's worth over 600,000 coins. And our team was now also ready for us to push into the Elite Division with. So it's the final day, all of our players had sold, and we can now make our push into the Elite Division. Right after I made one final addition to this team. You see, I wanted to complete these objectives, not because I wanted this card, but because I wanted this one. And if we complete the Shapeshifters upgrade SPC, we get packs from that SPC, but we also get even better packs from these objectives. And my plan was to use all of the fodder that we got from these packs to complete this card, so that we could add him into our team. So I spent about the next 15 minutes completing the Shapeshifters crafting upgrade SPC, and after we used all of the cards in our club, we've completed the upgrade SPC 24 times, which means we can claim some of these objective packs, and there's a good chance we get enough fodder to complete Vitinha. So I opened 2 packs, but then I realized we were only 250 XP away from season level 5. And at this level, we can choose between 2 decent packs. So I started looking for ways that I could get the XP to get to level 5. And after finding out that earning moment stars would actually give us the XP that we needed, I started to grind them out. And this was so easy. And I completed it on my first attempt. And honestly, if you struggle in this game mode, there's just no hope for you. And after completing the moments objectives on my first attempt, I went ahead and chose the 584 plus player pick over the team of the season player pack, because with these insane shapeshifters cards in packs, I believed that it was the better choice. I then went ahead and started opening our packs, and the first few packs were bad, but then we got, ooh, Rodri, that's decent. However, the next few packs after that would be bad, but then we got centre mid.
Hello there.
Yes, we just got De Bruyne. And then 3 packs after that was bad, but then, oh, it's just another boards. Centre back. Oh, we just got Ruben Diaz. And somehow the first 3 walkouts that we packed were all from City. After this, the rest of the packs would be okay, until I opened this 383 plus players pack, in which I packed another Ruben Diaz. At this point, we now had a duplicate Diaz, and in order to get rid of him, we had to complete the squad. But even after getting all of the fodder that we did from those packs, I still had to purchase an 89 rated and an 88 rated in order to complete the most expensive squad. I then opened the rest of the packs that we had, and in our 584 plus players pack, our best card was an 85 rated, and at this point, we couldn't complete the final squad for Vitinha's SPC. I then saw that for 6 more completions, we'd get another decent pack from the objective, and so I completed the upgrade SPC another 6 times, but I had to spend 4,000 coins on the 6th pack, so I completed 6 packs, but it was by the skin of my teeth. And if things weren't bad already, the 6 packs that we crafted would just give us trash, and it was now left to the objective pack to determine whether or not we get Vitinha. So this is it, if we don't get at least 2 walkouts from this pack, it's done. And it looks like we're not even getting a walkout.
Hello there.
Oh, it is a walkout. It's an 87 rated Rodri. Is there another walkout behind him? Yes, there is. This could be enough. Okay, so let's start off by adding Muller, and that's not enough. And if I use Rodri on an 86, yes, that works. And just like that, we completed Vitinha's SPC by the skin of our teeth, and we had just made an insane addition to our Bench. You see, I don't believe Vitinha is better than Ben Yedder, but before we didn't have an attacker on the bench, and now if we're in a tight game and we need to make a substitution, we have exactly that. And now it was finally time for us to push into the elite division. So we went into our first game and we absolutely smoked our first opponent. And then we did the exact same thing to the second opponent that we'd faced. And at this point, we were only one game away from Division 1 once again, so winning this game was crucial. So we kicked off in this game and the nerves were there, and I was also getting flashbacks to the last time I was in this position but failed to make it into Division 1. But this time, things were different. This time, we were better. Leao finds Maradona, who scores 1 goal up in this game. And then, Di Maria scored, and we were now 2 goals up in this game. And then, Leao's through. Oh, he scores with the toe poke. And we now had a 3-goal lead and our promotion was all but confirmed. And this is exactly what would happen because we ended up winning this game, and this means that we made it to Division 1. And this is how our first game in Division 1 went. Zambrata into Maradona. Pineda makes a challenge and scores a goal. Pineda again. It's scrappy, but we have a 2-goal lead. Leao. Oh, that was a rocket. And we had just racked up a 3-goal lead against his opponent. And from this point on, we proceeded to score another 4 goals against his opponent, and we ended up winning this game 7-2. This also meant that we made some progress towards the first checkpoint in the elite division, but have a look at just how far you have to go before you get to your first checkpoint. And only the top 1% of players make it to the elite division, so to get there, you have to go through some challenges. What is this witchcraft? What has this guy just done? After this happened, I was shown the screen for the better part of 5 minutes and I just decided to restart my game. But fortunately, our win streak was still intact, and because of how far you have to go before you get to a checkpoint, it was crucial that we took advantage of this win streak. And taking advantage of this win streak is exactly what we did in this game. Leao, good skill. Beats another man. Oh, and that's a lovely goal. And finally, having a competent midfield made this game so much better to play, because these midfielders helped us to create so many chances, and although we didn't score another goal in this game, our opponent eventually had enough and just forfeited. And with our win streak, this meant we got closer to the first checkpoint in the elite division, but it also meant that the teams that we were coming up against were getting a lot tougher. Barella wins the ball back, finds Leao. We need to find Ben Yedder, and Ben Yedder scores. What a good finish. Barella again finds Di Maria, who finds Ben Yedder, and Ben Yedder is taking over in this game. And Ben Yedder taking over made our opponent forfeit, and this meant that we were only 1 game away from reaching that checkpoint. But it was in this game when I noticed a massive problem, because after playing a full-length game, I would draw this game with my opponent. This meant that I lost my win streak. However, we did stay in the same position, but because of the amount of time that we have left, and the fact that finding games isn't getting any quicker at this level, the more games that we drew or lost, the lower our chances would be of making it into the elite division before our account turns 2 weeks old. Which is why in this game, we needed to make sure that we won so that we made it to the checkpoint. And even though this was an opponent that I beat before, at this level, these games could go either way. And after not being able to create many chances, we eventually managed to create this one, and fortunately we got a goal from it. And knowing just how important winning this game is, I knew that I had to step up. Ben Yedder finds Leao. Oh, we get lucky, but we'll take that. But this one had no luck involved. Maradona into Leao, and that's an easy goal. And that goal secured the win for us and allowed us to make it to that checkpoint. But to make it into the elite division, we're going to have to win a lot more games. Barella with the interception finds Maradona, and that's a good goal. We need to find Leao. We do. And that's a lovely finish from Leao. Zambrata finds Leao, beats his man, and a lovely finish as well. That goal was massive, because it was a goal that caused our opponent to forfeit, and winning this game meant that if we won 1 more game in a row, we'd pick up a win streak. But it was at this point when our problems would once again be highlighted, because I have to spend so much time searching for games, and a lot of the times I couldn't even find opponents. And then when I did eventually find a game, it would be an extremely tight game in which I ended up drawing 1-1, and this meant that I stayed in the same position, lost out on obtaining a win streak, and the only difference was that I now had way less time. It was also at this point when I realized that if I was to lose 1 more game in this challenge, we would fail as a result of just not having enough time. And with our backs against the wall, we have to do everything in our power to move forward. Maradona with a good run. He cuts it in, and Ben Yedder is there with the goal. Barella would then score a penalty for us, before Leao would make a beautiful run and set up Maradona to score the easiest goal of his life, and this would be enough to make our opponent forfeit. And in the next game, we would take the lead early on. However, our opponent would end up scoring late on in this game, and this meant that we drew another game. This also meant that our odds of actually completing this challenge were that much lower, because now not only can we not lose a single game, but because of the amount of time that we had left, if we were to draw a single game, we would fail this challenge. And considering the fact that I've never been in the elite division, these games were extremely tough for me to play. And after going down by a goal early on in this game, my hopes of reaching the elite division had dwindled. But we've beat players like this before, so I knew with the help of Leao, we could do it once again. And then 27 minutes in, Theo found Leao once again, and he found the back of the net once again, and once again, this caused our opponent to forfeit. And causing our opponent to forfeit is exactly what we do in the next game, because in this game we score 3 goals, and our opponent would decide that that is enough. This also meant that if we won our next game, not only would we pick up a win streak, but we'd also be 1 game off of the elite division. But remember, if I was to lose or draw this game, we would fail this challenge. And things were looking extremely good early on. Leao, lovely skill, and a lovely finish as well. And shortly after, we'd even extend our lead. Zambrata? Oh, this card is such a blessing. However, shortly after this, our opponent would score a goal. But this would be fine because we'd score another goal back and our 2-goal lead was restored. However, at this point, I'd already assumed that I made it 1 game away from the elite division and I let my guard down. Oh no, what are we doing? Oh, and he's only 1 goal away now. And shortly after this, my opponent would tie the game up. At this point, there was not much time left on the clock. And remember, even if we just drew this game, we still wouldn't have enough time to make it to the elite division. So we had to make sure that we won this game. And Leao tried his best to do exactly this. Leao's through, we have to score here. No way, how did his keeper save that? And after winning the ball back in the 89th minute, I knew that the success of this challenge lied on this one final opportunity. Faradana, through to Leao, you have to score this time. And he does! He scores in the 91st minute! This goal allowed us to win this game, and in the most dramatic fashion possible, we were 1 game away from the elite division. And this is how that game went. Zambrata finds Beneda, who scores! We can actually do this! Di Maria through, we have to be onside here. I'm just gonna shoot. And it goes in! We're 2 goals up early on. Di Maria finds Leao. Good finish, that's 3 goals. But things would then change very quickly. Because after our opponent scored with his Ronaldo, this is what took place. Oh no? No! How was the 3-goal lead turned into only 1? It was then when I started to lose composure, and once again I started to get flashbacks to the 2 previous times when I was so close to achieving what I'd wanted to, but failed. But this time, it was different. This time, we were better. Leao into Barilla, who shoots. Oh, is that a penalty? It is. We have to score this penalty. And we do. We have a 2-goal lead once again. And with the momentum on our side, we'd turn this into a 3-goal lead. And after that, we'd make it a 4-goal lead. And our opponent would stop playing for the rest of the game. And all we had to do left to make it into the elite division was simply just wait this game out. It was during this wait when I started to think about all the previous times when we were so close to achieving something great, but unfortunately fell short. And how amazing it was going to feel this time when we actually achieved our goal by making it into the elite division, and I've never ever been in this division before. And with not much time left on the clock, I was so anxious to clear that ball out, and eventually I did, and we won the game. This then meant that we made it into the elite division, and our challenge and the series is complete. Now if you guys enjoyed this video, you'll enjoy one of these ones, so go ahead and click on any of those videos to watch them.